Oh yeah, let me tell you something. I am getting my hat fish all the way on. Have y'all seen Drewski's video about hat fishing? Man, that joint was hilarious. All right, check it out. Shout out to my guy Fag. Now, look, a little bit of legwork can go a long way. What does that even mean? I'll show you. Do you guys know with what a reward system is? JD Sports happen to have what's called a reward system, and it's called status, right? Status exclusive access. The only thing that means, if you guys have apps to Chick-fil-A or McDonald's or anywhere you like to shop to, Popeyes, I'm naming food, but it can be anywhere to any store, DSG, pretty much it's a company's way of saying, hey, thank you for shopping here, spending your money here. We're gonna give you a little reward, in a Starbucks, whatever, right? So JD Sports have the same exact thing. Now it's been brought to my attention that in certain places, I know some places in South Florida, we're talking Broward County, Dade County, certain places out there, I don't know, maybe it's to attack the resellers. Look, but some JD Sports don't let you use your status cash on release day, right? On release day. So it's not just with the holiday 11s. I've heard just pretty much on release day, in general. But that can be another video where we can talk about that in detail. However, what this video is really here to show you is when you have people showing love and kind of like sharing information with you, I promise you, coming from my end and other people that I know, it's never the flex. It's never to be like, aha, I got the shoe and you didn't. I caught for retail and you. Nah, nah. I don't gatekeep nada. Like literally nothing. For those of y'all that be tapping on my lives, y'all know how I get down, man. Anything I know, you know. Sometimes I have predictions and I'm just flat out I'm just flat out wrong. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? Then sometimes I'm right, whatever. You need to take the good with the bad. But I don't hold no information from you. So when I know things, I share it with you. So what is leg work? What is this footwork? You hear people say, put in a little bit of footwork, put some footwork in. What does that mean? Well, you have opportunities like right now. Shout out to everybody who copped on these Gamma 11s. And guess what? I think it was an easier cop for those who just put a little bit of footwork in. I'll prove it right now. Dick's Sporting Goods have a draw open for Bugs Bunny 8s. You can enter a draw. Tomorrow, I'll make a part 2 to this video. Tomorrow, I'm going to physically go to the store and you can go to Shoe Palace and you can put in for a raffle in person at each store. You can enter a raffle. If you win the raffle, they'll go ahead and give you a call and let you know, hey, we got your size here, you won, come pick up the. But that's called the leg work. That's the footwork that we're talking about here. So enough blabbering. Let me go ahead and show y'all some receipts of how to cop at retail and sometimes below retail. And you know what I say. Look, if y'all can cop below retail, you winning. I don't care what nobody say, man. You winning. Let go. All right, now for starters, these right here are Black Cat 3s. These were released earlier this year. And let me tell you, the reason why I'm showing you this shoe is because it has nothing to do with nothing. All right, come this way. This is this is what we're here for. All right, so here, Black Metallic 5s, right? Picked up this shoe right here from JD Sports. I hit on JD Sports. You can see right here, retail 210, tax total 226.80, right? This is an easier cop for me, exclusive access. Next shoe, yes, even though this shoe do sit, it sat, right? It was readily available. Let's turn some more lighting over here so y'all can see properly. My bad, y'all. Let me get some lighting. All right. Even though this shoe right here sat, Shoe Palace, I went ahead and copped up a couple of pairs of these. Look, retail $224.99, tax $241, right? This is Shoe Palace. This is JD Sport right here. Another one. Now, look, these grape fives right here. I actually hit EA on JD Sports, but they did tell me something about on release day, we don't allow no one to try on shoes. So I said, peace, I bounced, and I went to Shoe Palace. Once again, these were available, but once again, it's a retail cop, right? This is all retail. Moving on to the Cave Stone. These did sit as well. If you take a look at the Cave Stones here, retail cop, right? It's all retail. Not bad so far. Now, yes, if you have some patience, with the exception of these, but if you have some patience, you might been able to catch a little sale on these. Now, let's move on over here. Rare Air 11s. Let's take a look. Rare Air 11. Look at that. Rare 11, 215. Boom, $20 status cash. After tax, 232, 215 with the tax right there. You'll see the receipt right there, right? So boom, was able to use status cash on that. Taxi 12s, love the shoe. Didn't really move the way I thought it would, but love the shoe. Same as that thing here. Let's take a look at these Taxi 12s here. $195, $20 discount there. That's the status, right? 210.60. So these two below retail right here. Let's move on. You'll know what this is. This is the Chicago One, right? Nice kick, Chicago One low, right? With the fat swoosh. Let's take a look here. 145 minus 20. Look, I donated $1. You see? Make sure y'all give back now. All right, but look, take a look. 126 at tax, 136. Below retail, you winning. Remember what I said? You know what I mean? Whenever you cop below retail, you winning. Let's go ahead and move on. This is gonna be the Jordan 11. This is gonna be the Vegas pair. I love this colorway. For me personally, this is my favorite one. However, I do think I need the whole pack. But let's go ahead and keep it moving. Let's take a look here. Jordan 11 Retro, $235. $20 status cash. I gave $1 back. Boom. 216 plus tax, 232. So out the door, 232. Below retail cop. Look, you guys know what this is, right? Y'all know what it is. Hold on. I'm about to drop my receipt. Let me just pick it up here and show you. 220. Jordan 4 Retro, right? You see it? Black Cat. All right? Boom. $20. I gave $1 back. Out the door, 217 even. Boom, let's put that right there. And then we have the final one right here. You know, the final. Let me move my light. Y'all be patient with me now. This is worth it. I promise you, it's worth it. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Right here. See the cop right there. $215 after that $20 discount, and we're talking about $232.20 below retail. So this is proof. I'm showing you the receipts, because when you put that little bit of legwork in, shop at a store. It don't have to be JD Sports. Mine just happen to be JD Sports, but you can see it makes it a much easier cop for sure. All right, family, so let me know what y'all think. Let me know, like, is this a system? I know a lot of y'all know this. That's number one. But this video isn't for y'all. I mean, y'all just watching because you're showing me love. But do you think this system makes sense? Is this something that you think you can benefit from? Because I promise you, last minute standing in line, especially during a hot release, man, there's better ways. I'm not saying you can't cop. I'm not saying you can't hit like that, but there's better ways to hit on these kicks. Thanks for tapping in. Comment down below. Let me know where your spot is, if there's any reward systems, anything like that. And look, tap into the next one. I'm going to make part 2 tomorrow. All right? I'm going to show y'all what it's like to go into Shoe Palace and enter a raffle. Always loving this end, and we out.